Well, last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, I guess on the theme of innovation and that being one of our values. So I've had some really interesting conversations with some PCS colleagues. One with the Advanced Wellbeing Research Centre, and yesterday we visited the Advanced Manufacturing Research Centre, which all feels a little bit sort of a tenuous link to PCS, but actually the stuff that they do is not only fascinating but has lots of potential applications for us. So, using systems engineering thinking to look at flows through a complex system, imagine applying that to, for example, a GP practice, and you start to see how we could really benefit from some of their learning in terms of improving flow, improving productivity, making sure that patients get to the right bit of our service first time, so that we're cutting out waste and improving patient experience. So I find that really exciting, and again, as I say, it fits with us as an organisation, always wanting to continually learn, to improve and develop and innovate. So the plans for that are to have a workshop with some key folk from the PCS practices to get their thoughts and to start to generate some ideas around how we could work with colleagues in those two centres to do something innovative, which is exciting. Well, I have, and actually unrelated to innovation, but I think it's worthy of noting because they've just got on quietly and done their stuff, which is so often the case, and I think it does warrant noting is the colleagues in Primary Training Solutions, our subsidiary. So Gary, Natalie and Mark and all the trainers, John and colleagues, have just got on and delivered really high quality training. Not least the PLIs for practices across the city, and the feedback's been really, really positive. So in terms of us being ambitious, in terms of them being empowered as a team, they've just got on and done it, and the results are really high standard, which is what we strive for as an organisation. So I think it's always difficult to pick out individuals, but again, as a team, they've excelled and done a really good job. So really pleased for them in terms of sort of seeing the fruits of their hard work. Well, I'm really pleased to say that our business plan went out to shareholders for ratification. They voted on it, and we got a really strong support for what we've put in the business plan, which is great. Staff have engaged in it, shareholders have engaged in it. I think it's a reasonable plan. So what we want to do now is start to implement that and work with teams in PCS to look at achievable sort of measures, metrics by which we assure ourselves that we're actually doing what we said we were going to do. I think perhaps in previous years we've been less good at that. We do a plan and then move on, and I think this year we're really keen to think about how do we measure success against that plan, whilst also recognise that to a degree it's a dynamic plan, that things change through the year, new opportunities come, challenges or barriers come up that means that we can't quite do what we said we were going to do. So it has to be reasonably sort of flexible, but having some key measures there and working with the teams to develop what those measures might be, I think is really important. So that's the next step over the next few weeks, I think.